Hello everyone, spooky season may be over, but Second Sight have come in clutch once again with their brand new edition of the Blair Witch Project. Now, this is only the Blu-ray edition. They did not do a 4K edition, which is okay with me, because really, their scans from a Blu-ray is still just as good as if it would be on a 4K. So, the thing with Blair Witch Project is that it was a very low-budget film in the time when it came out, and it was pretty much, it laid the groundwork for found footage horror films. Now, there have been other found footage films that have come out, but they just can't replicate what the Blair Witch had. And the only reason why the Blair Witch was as good as it was is the fact that the characters in the film were very believable, in the fact that when you felt that they were scared, they genuinely were, because of stuff that was going on behind the scenes with the director. So Second Sight have always been good with these releases, and I stand by it that whenever you buy something from Second Sight, you're getting your money's worth. So they've brought out this big, thick boy of a collector's set. As you can see right there, that is a huge 184 page book with archived production materials and new essays by Stacey Abbott, Becky Dark, Adam Charles Hart, Craig Ian Mann, Mary Beth McAndrews, Dr. Celia Sayad, Pete Turner, and Heather Wixon. You know what? I was doing so well that the last one decided just to escape from my mouth there. So, shall we have a look inside? I think we should. Now, this set was a little bit pricier, so this was about £45, I think it was when I brought it. I'm not 100% sure, but I know really for what you pay for a Second Sight release, you are getting literally your money's worth with this. And the thing that made Blair Witch so profitable as well was the fact that the film was made on a budget of next to nothing, but their marketing for the film is absolute genius. There are many videos out there on YouTube that explain everything about the behind the scenes and the stuff leading up to it, making it look like it's a real situation that happened and that this videotape was found with all their recordings on it. So here is the J-card, and on the back it also tells you that it's Blu-2 discs, so it has a new restoration of the theatrical and festival cuts from the High 8 videotapes and 16mm film elements supervised and approved by the producers and directors. Also includes exhibition theatrical cut from the 35mm transfer master, theatrical cut, new audio commentary by Alexander Helen Nicholas and Josh Nelson, theatrical cut, directors and producers audio commentary, and the second disc has the Blair Witch documentary, a new feature-length Second Sight Films production, The Blair Witch Project Analog Horror in a Digital World by Mike Munzer, deleted scenes including previously unseen video and 16mm footage, alternate ending, Curse of the Blair Witch, and Cannes 1999 archive directors interviews with some trailers. I'm excited because a lot went on, not just in this film, but also the stuff that came out around it as well. It was pretty much seen as like something that had never been done before. So we'll start with the actual film itself and the two discs. So there we go. I think it's a plain background. Yep, it is. So that one's your film, and that one is the special features. Nice matte finishing on the back that makes up the picture of the woods that they get lost in. Absolutely beautiful. And here is the 184 page, wow, booklet that comes with it. Now, hardback, beautiful, nice artwork that makes it look like an etching or like pencil or graphite work from, you know, that time. And it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So we've got a list of contents from the film, from the book even. Real life is a horror movie, Blair and horror's tradition of realism. So a bunch of different essays that have been put together with some beautiful photography as well as some man. You haven't seen, if people haven't seen the Blair Witch Project by now, it's really like one of the biggest influential horror films of the late 90s. And believe it or not, this was also filmed and released at a time when horror films were starting to slowly kind of make a comeback, because we had Scream a couple of years ago by Wes Craven, who he even said that at that point horror wasn't what it used to be and it was just becoming crass and that kind of thing. This is without a doubt one of the most original horror films that had been out in that time, and you know, there's just something about it. Like, you literally you watch it and not a lot happens, but it's not about what doesn't happen. It's about really what you don't see. It's the stuff that you see in the characters' expressions, the way they talk, the way they act. It's a very unsettling film, and I think that's what we're lacking in a lot of films now, because most of it is all about how much blood and how many kills can we get. But this film relies heavily on atmosphere and something that we just don't see in horror films now. So this film reignited the love for horror and completely introduced a new genre in the meantime. And this here is Heather's journal. So this is what you see in the film, but also we're finally getting something that is very personal, I think, because this is something that we don't see. You don't see stuff like this in collector's sets or anything like that anymore. Something that's kind of like used as a prop from a film that is included with the release. Now, I absolutely love this because the film supposedly takes place in the early to mid 90s, and the film was released 4 years after that. Now, bearing in mind there was no internet, there was no mobile phones, so you get the real sense of dread because everybody was literally like, if you went missing, that was it really. You don't really have much chance now, but you know, just something about this film just feels so authentic, and I just can't understand why. I'm kind of mad that I never got to make a film like it, but I was but like an 8-year-old kid at that time. Horror was nowhere near on my radar as it is now, and I'm a huge horror fan, but to me, The Blair Witch is in my top 10 of horror films. You can have your films a lot like Nightmare on Elm Street, you can have your Friday the 13th, you can have your Terrifier, but Blair Witch is true horror. It's stuff that we don't see. It's the stuff that plays on your mind. And these arc prints as well are absolutely beautiful. Nice, glossy, matte finish on them. For the longest time, this was the picture that you'd see, very iconic, from the front cover of the video and the DVD that was released back in the day. And then we've got another etching of the picture from the front of the book. And we've got another one of the picture from the front of the box as well. So there we go. So you only get 3 art cards, but they're very distinct in the material that they put in here. To me, I don't go for art cards mostly. It's like, oh cool, art cards are dime a dozen, you're not going to do much with them anyway. But it's more about stuff like the like the big hardback book, hardback book, the journal, and yeah, and it's just the box as well. The whole box just looks gorgeous. Nice rigid box, and to me this is an amazing set. If you have never seen this film, you're missing out, and you definitely owe it to yourself to watch it. I know I'm definitely going to be watching it after I finish this video, but to be perfectly honest, everything that's included with this is beautiful. The hardback book is great, the journal is great, the art cards are I can give or take really, but to me personally, this is an amazing set to have. I'm going to finish that when I've signed off. But yeah, if you are on the fence about whether if you want to get the collector's edition of this, if you absolutely love the film that much as I do, definitely get it. If you collect films but you don't want all the extras, they do still have a standard edition of the release as well, so you do have that, whether if you just want the normal version or if you want to pay and get this version. But yeah, not much more to report on, because I think this is an absolute amazing version. And from what I've seen of the picture transfer, from what people have shown, this is probably the most definitive version of the film you are going to get. And if you ever only own it once, this would be the one to get. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say on it. This is a great release. Definitely buy it. If you, like I say, if you want something simple, just get the normal DVD or Blu-ray. It's out there. Definitely get the second sight one if you've got that chance. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say on it. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Otherwise, the Blair Witch will come after you. Whoa.